the last little thing that I want to share with you as part of this segment is just this question, like, what's your story? So, I've just come back from Turkey. I go every year, there's 24 of us go, all lads, and we go and play golf for a week in Turkey. And we've been going for 6 or 7 years. And when we was on that holiday, we was on the way to one of the golf courses, and there's a golf course where they played the Turkish Open. Like, this place is phenomenal. And we had 2 minibuses that take us to all the golf course every day. One of the minibuses, I sat next to this guy, and he went, I always play shit here. I was like, really? Yeah, I struggle around this golf course. Like, I just play shit when we play here. Like, it's just too hard for me. Like, I can't hit the ball straight enough to get it around this golf course, and it's too tight, and it just beats me up, and I always play shit. Like, it's pointless me even playing today. It's, okay, cool. And I'm like, that's the story you've created. And we have this thing, like, we become the story we tell ourselves most often. And another example of this, I grew up in South London, and I used to drink in a pub called the Old Tiger's Head in a place called Lee Green in Lewisham. And anyone know it?
Yeah.
Oh, amazing. Oh yes, I know you do, yeah. So I used to drink in this pub, and there was a guy in this pub called Billy that would, to anyone that would listen, would give you his hard luck story. I grew up on a council estate, what fucking chance have I got? I went to shit school, what chance have I got? My teachers didn't even know my name. Like, I've never even met my dad. Like, how the hell am I supposed to get a decent bird when I haven't got a job and I live on a council estate and I went to a shit school and I grew up in this shithole? That was his story. And the thing with Billy, he'd tell himself that story every single day, and then guess what happens? You become the story that you tell yourself most often. So this is like the personal side of that stuff, but this happens in recruitment businesses, right? And it's in a slightly different way. It's a narrative that spreads across a business. And where I see this play out is things like everyone shuts down over August. You can't do business in July, everyone's on holiday. We can't get people to agree to that in our industry. People don't pay 20% in construction. Like, all of these stories that we keep repeating, that we keep telling ourselves, that we allow other people in the business to tell each other, that creates a story, and that just becomes your reality. Like, we become the story we tell ourselves most often. And this is happening in loads and loads of recruitment businesses. So where am I going with this? I think part of our role as leaders in a business is to control the story, control the narrative. Right, now, what I'm not saying here is like false positives of like skipping around and going, everyone's going to do deals and we're going to do this, and actually being unrealistic with things, but actually challenging some of that stuff of, like, we hear this all the time, no one's got any money. There's 7 billion people, like, some of them have got money, right? No one's spending any money. What, no one? Like, some of them are. All the Americans are on holiday. There's 660 million of them. They can't all be on holiday. Like, it's just challenging some of these narratives can maybe help us get out of that slump. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
Excellent. Does anyone see this, like, either in their business or in previous businesses?
Yeah.
Okay. And when we're aware of it, we can start to do something about it. And I think we can start to challenge and control that narrative.